Hello, this is Piedra Luna. For today, I have a different setting for the cards to read the energy, especially because it's October 28 and the veil between the worlds is thinner. So I wanted to do a more complete reading and one that could even include details for the 12 horoscopes. And as well, we can also use the 12 horoscopes as the 12 houses of the zodiac sign to see as well, or to apply not also the sign that are like our sun sign or ascendant, but also to see the rest of the influence on the other zodiacs, on the rest of the houses, which are the following, if you don't know. The Aries card, the Aries house, or the Aries house, which starts. This is actually, one would think that, or how we think is in the West, that actually the first month of the year is January, but for the horoscope, actually the first, and then respectively, that the first sign would be Capricorn. But in the zodiac signs in the horoscope, the first sign is actually Aries, which is the starter of the zodiac sign, and it has the energy of starting things. So it has a number 1, which is new beginnings. Taurus would be our relationship to our assets, to our how we make money, and where we invest our energy to produce our coin. The Gemini is about communication, and it's well, and also our relationship to others too is also about relationships to a relationship to our surroundings, actually to our environment, and how we produce our coin. The house 3 is about communication, and it's Gemini, right? It's the representation of Gemini. Cancer is about the home, so, and of course, Cancer is a very homey sign. So it has to do as well with our family and our home life as well, the physical structure of the home, and how we feel safe in our own life as well. Leo is the house, is the 5th house, and is the house of fun. It's a house of children. It's a house of pleasure. It's a house of socializing with others in a fun way. It's also a very creative. It's a number 5 is a very creative house. Number 6 is with Virgo, and it's about our routines, our day-to-day lives, our structures. Libra, and that's number 6. Number 7 is Libra, and Libra is 7 is a house of relationships, so it has to do on how we relate to others, or as well the types of relationships that we have with others. Scorpio is the sign of transformation, or it's the 8th house. It's the house of transformation. It's also related to death and rebirth. So it can also be related to our children. It's let's see. I think I have it somewhere around. Maybe I'll add something more about 9, because I'm not that certain at this moment. Then the 9th house, the 8th house, which is Scorpio. The 9th house is about our philosophies, are about expansion, about our ethic, about seeing the big picture of things, which is very Sagittarius. And Capricorn is our structures, how we produce our coin, how effective we are in transforming our material resources into other type of resources. Aquarius is about the communications in a level, more of an objective level of transformation, of communication, more of seeing things in a more objective manner, and less emotionally involved, but at the same time being altruistic. So it's a bit of a contrast. And Pisces is the 12th house. This is the 11th house. Pisces is the 12th house, and it's about our emotional state, about our spiritual health and our mental health as well, and our deepest emotions. So for today, being October the 28th, we also have here, well, as you can see, I'm using several cards. I'm using the Wizard's cards from Barbara Moore. I'm using the Everyday Tarot Witch, the mini version as well, and I'm using a deck, this is the Wizard's Tarot from Barbara Moore. I have other videos showing all the cards, as well as the Everyday Witch tarot cards, which are very nice and cute, and they'll have a topic of, one is like witches and the others is wizards. I thought it was very, it was just fine, or not just fine, or very appropriate for the season, right? And today I have an interesting card that is actually all over the reading on all the 4 decks, and that is the Devil card. And on the different cards, I'm going to be showing you what they mean, but already with the Tao Oracle cards, I'm already getting an idea of what it means. Because we're entering the Scorpio season, this makes a lot of sense as well, because even though the Devil is a Capricorn card, it also can have that energy of Scorpio, and on regards to how intense it is, on regards to not everybody being that way, but a tendency when you have a strong Scorpio influence in your life or on the day or on your chart or whatever. And also that depends on how the other planets are balancing the rest of the energy on your chart. But the Scorpio is in its in the challenges that it has to overcome, and for some people they already overcome that, but some of the challenges to overcome for certain Scorpios is vices, it's trickery of the mind, it's going to gloom and doom kind of philosophy of or way of looking at life, because it has the influence of Saturn as well. So the Devil can also mean our illusions, and it can also mean ways in which we want to forget about things that are bothering us, about our deep dark shadows, and we want to drown them in vices or things that distract us. The Devil card is also a card of being tested, of doing the right, of making the right decision, of not being tested, of not being driven by temptation, and not having consciousness about your decisions, or putting your consciousness aside, and just following your desires without any thought of the consequences that it's going to bring to your life. So during this weekend, and I wouldn't be surprised because of this energy, because it's the Halloween weekend. Probably there's going to be parties today. Well, now today's Wednesday, but probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because Sunday is Halloween. So there's, and of course, there's this energy of October that we're all very tired of the global situation, and again it feels a bit like of uncertainty. So I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of people want to drown their sorrows in partying and alcohol or drugs or relationships or whatever, or casuals. The energy is calling us to restrain ourselves, but and to keep balance in the following way. And then I'm gonna show you here all the cards. Basically the entire message would be, or like the topic, not the entire message, because of course there's more details, but the base of the energy is that there's going to be a lot of seduction, temptation, magnetism, passionate encounters, probably maybe even sexual unions during this time. And just to be very careful that whatever you're being attracted to, whatever you're choosing, whatever you're acting on, and whatever you're uniting yourself with or to, and that could be from a person to alcohol to drugs to a party to whatever, that think about the consequences of that. Like I feel like an energy, this could be the a month of unplanned, or like the weekend of the end of the month of unplanned pregnancies, because of the partying, because there's this energy of letting go. And the energy is telling us to be very careful that whatever we unite ourselves with this energy, this strong Scorpio energy for Halloween season, and it's a weekend, that we might not be chaining ourselves forever to a situation that, well, as you see here, this is a maiden that's going to be married, but she's got chains around her. This, for me, these two cards represent a lot of like unplanned pregnancy and having to marry the person because you got them knocked up, or getting to get to marry a person because of that. Or, and not even that, even if you don't marry a person that you have a kid with, you are intertwined and chained to that person for the rest of your life. So be very careful what you are falling into temptation with. Now, as I said, we're going to start not with the Capricorn, but we're going to start with Aries being the first sign of the zodiac. So here we have, with the Wizard's card, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands was repetitively appearing. You're going to see he made his appearance several times on the table today. We have the Emperor from the Everyday Witch Tarot. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. For me, Aries is the house of how other people see us. And right now, probably, the cards are calling us to act as a good leader, as a good leader that has passion, that knows where he's going, that knows how to manifest things, that has good dominion of his empire, of his emotions, of the things that he or she creates. But as well, he doesn't lose sight of having fun and of being jovial, of being nice and condescending in the relationships, or that you can even be fun to work with. This would be like the signs of a great leader, someone who is passionate about what they do. They also have a lot of self-control, and they know what, of course, they're masters of their trade, but that doesn't make them into dictators or anything. They can still be able to relate to other people in a nice and jovial way, in an agreeable social way. And this makes you a great asset, and makes you an authority in your field, because you make things happen with that balance of making good choices, of getting yourself known for being agreeable, but also for knowing how to produce things, knowing how to manifest things, knowing how to run an empire, but that you also have not lost your humanity on the process, which can happen to some of the people that are in leadership positions. And last, that you be known for as the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups, of making good decisions, of always having good discernment, and that you're on the spot. So that would be on like the workplace, or the way you act, or how you want to be known, and that would be like the recommendation for today. Or maybe it's just a recommendation for Aries as well. It could be something that has great relevance for today or for this weekend for you, Aries. Now for Taurus, we have, with the Wizard's cards, we have the Lovers. We have the Four of Cups. The Lovers made its way a couple of times as well, the Four of Cups. Well, the Queen of Swords is already present several times. Here we have the Queen of Swords, the Six of Wands, and again, the Queen of Swords. So for Taurus, it's like a relationship to our environment. We like to have it's about having, or it's a calling to have a nice balance on the decisions that you make, that they feel harmonious, that they feel like it's equal, that there's resonance, there's good rapport between your life and how you're dealing with others and your personal life, that it feels balanced, and that you're making, and the Lovers is also about making good decisions. The Four of Cups could be And along with the lovers, for me, and this all these cards, for me again, this is a card with the queens, with two queens of swords, for me, and the lovers being a card that can be about decisions, and the four of cups is it's a card about rejecting things, and that doesn't mean that now the four of cups doesn't mean you should accept things or you should not. It all depends on the surrounding cards. So for me, this means that just to keep that good, making good decisions, and then I think you in your personal life you have been doing so well, or at least this is a calling to do it in a very balanced way, that and this is more or less like also like a good significator of the entire reading is to know when to unite with things, because the lovers is also about uniting yourself to something, committing yourself to something, marrying yourself to an idea, to a person, to a job, to a way of life, to a philosophy, even to a healthy lifestyle, and when to reject things, and also to know when not to be in a situation where you're too much in your head and you might be rejecting good things that are coming your way. So that's also very important to have, again, good discernment. And with the good discernment of the Queen of Swords, you will get victory in whatever situation you might be going through. Know that you have the capacity to make good decisions, and that capacity to be analytical and to be able to discern what you bring in your life and what you reject from your life it's what's going to bring you success. For Gemini, being the sign of communication and also being in the house of communication, which is house number 3, we have the world. This could be technology, this could be internet, could be social media, this could be completion as well. The Page of Wands. For me, these two cards signify that you are able to communicate in the language of the world, of the new that is being created, that you have like this intuition to or this precognition to recognize the newest communications that are going around the world and the newest ideas, and that you're able to communicate them, or you're at least able to recognize them. And here also we have a combination of the Two of Cups is about uniting. It's about, could be marriage, it could be like starting a relationship or starting a job, but definitely what it means is commitment to something, and it's a decision that you make. While the Eight of Cups is about walking away from things. So here I see that you are realizing things in your life, or we are realizing things about the world, and we are understanding how things are changing very rapidly, and we're getting like this insights of how the world is transforming and how it's communicating nowadays. And this is a calling to not to be too dispersed, or to put your energy for that your energies are not too scattered, that you marry a mission, a project at a time, and that you are able also to recognize what you should be walking away from, which is not going to take you anywhere. And as I got the two wheel cards, I wanted to get a significator for the wheel card here from the mini White Cats tarot, and I got the wheel again. So this means that by really seeing where we want to go and what is our position in the world, or how we want to communicate with the world, or how we want the world to communicate with us, or our place in the world, we must first marry an idea, marry a project, marry a road, and discriminate and walk away from all others in order for the wheel to turn in your favor, the wheel of fortune to turn in your favor, in order for your communications to be better. This is also calling us to be less dispersed in a way of communicating, just to focus on one thing at a time and not on all many things at a time, and that way you'll be able to accomplish much more, and you'll accomplish victory as well. For the Cancer house, which is also our home life, our family, our children as well. We have the Two of Cups, two of Cups again, and the Empress, the Five of Cups, Death, the Moon, and then I got other significators that I'm gonna show you. And here I got the Devil again. From this is well, I actually got it on the rest of the cards, but this is the last, like the last pool of cards that I got, and I got it again. This Two of Cups here in this position for Cancer, it could mean, and being like the Two of Cups and the Empress, and then here with the Five of Cups, Five of Cups being spilled milk, and Death. This combination and the Moon, for me, this combination of cards could be telling me like maybe in our emotional level at a very personal, like the intimate sides of our heart, or that we only leave that we only share with our closest, and sometimes even only with our intimate partners, are like your inner emotional level. This could mean that or it's just a calling not to close, not to be on like when you've been hurt, like when you had a relationship that was about to flourish, or maybe you're going to get married, or maybe you got married and then it didn't work out and you end up divorcing. Just know that the Five of Cups is a reminder that although we may have lost some things and some things didn't go out as we expected, there's still things that we can be grateful for apart from the experience of the situations. And that it's all about transformation. Not all the cycles in our life are long lasting. Some cycles and some relationships or some situations are for a season and a reason. And just it's a reminder not to be too moody, or like too like being an acceptic about love. Like, I don't know, love is for children. I don't believe in that. I already had my heart broken, and I don't want anything with that. Or maybe that's your way of dealing with people. Maybe you had a business that you started with someone else and it went um, bankrupt, or it didn't work out, and now any other person that comes in with a business offer, you're thinking it's going to be a failure even before it starts. And this could apply to your relationships as well. And I'm saying this because of the following. So I got these other cards of the Page of Cups, which can be a romantic. It could be a person that's full of fantasy sometimes, depending on the other cards. The Knave of Wands is full, or the Page of Wands is full of passion and ideas. And here we have the Devil. Now, with these three cards, I would think like a tarot reader that I love, Missy from Saltwater Hills, says like fuckboy energy. Maybe someone from the past that comes back very quickly, comes in and out, literally. And it's someone that is, it's going to leave you broken heart. It's someone from the past already done this before. Or maybe you are the one who goes and just looks for a casual because you're feeling down and you want some company. Just make sure you're making decisions on things that are lasting, that are not going to be fleeting, or that are going to, or that have no substance. Now, that being said, for others, maybe you've had the situation where, like, your past relationship didn't work out, or this could be like a thought for all of us, not only for the Cancers, that you think that anybody that comes in offering some love, it's always going to be, or even someone from the past, that is always going to be deception and just like casual sex. But you have to discern, and do not, and this is the cards that I got after, and this is that you have to discern well and not act out of your traumas or your hurt ego, because you might be blocking great things, joy and bliss and happiness from your life, if you are generalizing that everybody's the same, and all your relationships are going to be the same, or all your business enterprises. So That's a good energy, or a good meditation to have in mind for all of us, not only for the Cancers. Here for Leo, which is the house of fun, of creation, of creativity, of children. Um, we have the Star card from the Wizards, which is a great card. Is the card of hope. So there's great hope for new things to being manifested with the King of Wands, as long as you are directing the manifestation. Of course, it's not like it's going to nothing spontaneously. Usually, nothing spontaneously manifests unless you're directing your energy for it to happen. But this is a good time for things of creativity to come into fruition. And here we got the Devil. This is the first Devil that I got, actually. And here we have the Seven of Diamonds, or Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles, which we got later on, but so that you see the card. Here there's a man working on the field, and he's meditating if he wants how long it is going to take him to finish the job, and if he wants to continue the job. So and here we have the Devil and the Ace of Wands, which is about passion. It's a very quick energy, and the Magician. For me, this energy is also telling me there's great chances of things being manifested, but I also see like an intervention from like a negative energy, because I already got it, and not like the Devil himself, but that it's temptation is also part of our road, is also part of our spiritual development, and knowing to have developing the will to make good decisions, and having good discernment, and not being led by your temptation, by lust, by your vices, by even childish behavior, because the house of Leo 5 can also be childish behavior, as well as with the Devil card can also mean like childish behavior, among many other things like manipulation, like vices, temptations, or trials and tribulations, or like a bully as well. But for me here, this energy means that you could have the lesson that you're actually able to manifest what you want, but like the temptation, or like the Devil energy is bumming you down, or telling you, oh no, there's a way to do it quicker, a way to do it um there's a roundabout, or a way to do it without putting in the effort, or maybe you're disillusioned by this thing that you could create, and it could be very successful, but you're disillusioned because it's not happening as fast here with the Ace of Wands as you wanted it to happen. So just make sure that you're not being distracted by temptations of that sort, that if something is not manifested immediately, then that you should let it go. That can be also like the Devil can be like a trickster, and wants to get in the way of your success in a way, just like vices, of course, are getting, or toxic people in our lives get in the way of our success and of us feeling free and happy, right? So remember that you can manifest whatever you want, and just know that manifestation in life is not from night to day, and not to be disillusioned by that, especially for Leos that can be a bit impatient, or whenever we have that Leo energy or influence on our charts, or on the day as well. For Virgo being the house 6, which is routine, which is like the work. We have the 5 of Cups again, which is spilled milk. She still has some cups on the back of the tree. You can see it there. But she's very sad about the ones that she lost. So this could also mean the energy that we're going through, because it's October and we're looking at the year that has passed, the things that we have lost, people that we have lost through the pandemic or other diseases, of course. And maybe we feel disillusioned because the year didn't go like we expected it to go, on regards to our finances, in regards to our work, in regards to our routines. And we're really holding on to the idea, the thing of how the world used to be before, possibly, especially Virgo is a bit set in its ways. And there could be with the King of Cups a bit of fantasy, or you're maybe you're creating illusions for yourself that making things more gloomy and doomy than they have to be. And here also, and let's see, no, we don't have a devil here, but I have here the Knight of Wands, and again the Seven of Pentacles. This could relate to some Virgos, or it could relate to all of us on the way we make a coin, that we are of course feeling, and this could be that we're feeling lack as well, right? Because the Four of Pentacles is the miser, and he holds on tight to his money because he's afraid he's going to lose it. So it could be as well an illusion of us that we think we're going to create, and the illusion that, just like with Leo, alongside with Leo, that we're going to create, we're going to get ourselves out of a rough patch from day to night, and that there's, and here's also with the Five of Pentacles, of getting out of difficult economical situations, that it's not, don't be illusion thinking that it's going to happen immediately. It's not going to happen in a week. It's going to take time to get out of the Five of Pentacles, out of the lack situation that we might be going through, all of us in different levels with the pandemic, and that our happiness is to be found in the things we unite ourselves with, the things that we choose, and that we choose in balance, and we choose voluntarily, that feel right to us, and walking, as well as walking away from the things that no longer serve us, and walking towards the things that are going to give content and value to our life and joy to our life. And but it's, again, it's about decisions, it's about discernment, and it's about getting real, that whatever you want to manifest in your life is not going to be from night to day. In case you're feeling like a bit depressed, like you want to have the money now, just don't get stuck in the idea that just because you're having a bad rut right now, that it's going to be like that forever. Now with Libra being house 7, which is about relationships, our relationships to work, and also our romantic relationships or relationships to our family, we have, and this is a very interesting combination here for Libra. Libra, I think you're being, well, and it's because of the season of Libra still. No, actually, we're in Scorpio already. Well, we're transitioning, but still, it's still Libra, between Libra and Scorpio. I think if you're a Libra, you might be tested, or this is maybe the test for all of us, which I was saying at the beginning, for this weekend Halloween. We have the Devil here, the Devil from the Wizard's card. And we have it here again, the Devil card from the Wizards and from the Everyday Tarot Witch. And then here is the Seven of Cups, which is decision. I'm going to show you another card so you see, or you remind yourself what the Seven of Cups looks like, and it's about decisions. And let's see what other cards this is. And then we have the Sun, the happiest card on the deck. No, actually we had first the Knight. No, what did we had first? The cats or the witches? No, the witches were first. The mini witch. The Sun, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Now, with this Devil twice, again, I think we must all be careful on our decisions, on not being led astray by our illusions, by deciding things that are not in our benefit. That first of all, I think the key to the decisions that we should be making this weekend is whatever you if there's anything that you need to decide, don't choose something that you cannot put under the light, that you cannot, that nobody else can know, or that has to be secret, or that you cannot analyze in full logic, with full clarity. Do not take haste decisions or don't go on temptations. With the Seven of Cups and the Devil twice, I would say there's a lot of options for temptations, for getting in trouble, for making rush decisions, for excess, and for trouble, for conflict, even for accidents. And that you are gonna feel you're gonna regret later. So basically, don't make any decisions if you're being tempted this weekend, and this is for all of us. If you're gonna be tempted this weekend, remember, don't take any actions that could potentially lead to lots of conflict and lots of trouble, and that you are going to regret for a long time. Whatever you do, whatever you decide, be things that you can put in the light, that you do not need to hide, and that you need are and that you know that are in the good path, in the path of light. For Scorpio, which is house number 8, being about death and rebirth, and about more of intense life lessons, and also the ones that bring us more rewards as well, because it's ruled by Saturn. We have again the Five of Pentacles, so it's lessons of having less money than before, or being left out in the cold, or feeling the isolation as well during this time, and that it's putting like a toll on you. But the lessons from Scorpio is that these harsh life lessons of having less money have brought in true love into your life in a way or another, in a way of appreciating when you went through, or if you're going through moments of lack, you're appreciating the love of your family, the love of your friends. You're appreciating life in itself more than before. And it's that moments of lack, or feeling in the cold, or feeling depressed, or feeling isolated has actually left you with a lesson of valuing things in your life, or valuing of the value of things that are not material, and that they're the biggest treasure, and that they're the most important possession that you actually have. With the Four of Cups is about, we have the Four Cups on the other cards, is about rejecting things, be it that suit us or not, depends. And here the Two of Pentacles is decisions, and the here with the white cats is the Page of Cups, and again here we have the Ace of Cups. So we have the Ace of Cups twice, and I think the lesson from Scorpio, or the lesson we're gonna get, and we're going to Scorpio season as well, is that our trials or tribulations have made us stronger, have made us grow spiritually lots, and give us a different perspective and a different priority on our on life, on what we give priority to. And if we make the right decisions of not blocking blessings, because also Four of Cups can be blocking blessings, of not blocking blessings, and balancing things in a proper way. Sometimes we don't see like bad moments and trials and tribulations as being blessings that come with great lessons that make our heart grow and our spirit grow tremendously. And I think there's, because of all the hard times we've been going through, and after this month as well, if it's been a bit harsh for you, I think there's a gift of especially because it's about rebirth, of true love, of feeling content, of like having a second wind on your situations as well. Now, because the 8th Scorpio, the is the house of death and rebirth, and this is the Halloween weekend. Just make sure that this blessing, this blessing you don't want, might not be a baby, right? Might not be an unplanned pregnancy, or like a blessing you're not expecting, or you really didn't want it, or maybe it's not the financial moment to have it. Of course, this is if you can prevent it, just be careful. This could also be a message for this month. But I think things are gonna balance themselves up very well, and we're gonna get into a place of creation, and of balance, of more meaning and feeling better. And there's also chances of love, of course, this weekend. There's chances of good love, actually, of true love, but you have to discern between the true love and the fuck boys, right? Or the fuck girls, as Missy says from Saltwater Hills. For Sagittarius, which is the ninth house, which is the house of, what was the ninth house? Of expansion, of philosophy. And we have here Six of Swords, which is walking away from Five of Swords, maybe situations that don't feel ethically correct to you, or maybe it could also mean making a stance that you're going to walk away if things are not done in an ethical manner. Relationships, work in your life, or maybe you're thinking about transforming the way you've been living as well, so that it's aligned. I see more like an alignment that you're looking, or if you're Sagittarius, and all of us probably as well, we're looking to align with things, with the Star, with the Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Cups, with things that resonate with us, that have meaning, that have value, that are aligned with our ethic code, that we feel are prosperous, that we feel we find our place in whatever we're doing in our life situation, in our home situation, in our job, and that we want something of value and truth. This is very Sagittarius energy, and of course as well the energy of the ninth house. And we are meditating on how we are spending our lives, and if we're spending it in a way that it's aligned with our life purpose, that we're creating our coin in a way that it's ethical, and that that is truthful, and that you know that you might, and this is very Sagittarius thing as well, that you might walk away if the situation is not being ethical and it's not aligning with your truth. Okay, let's see, we're almost done here with Capricorn. With Capricorn we have, and that's the house like of business, of how you make your coin, of your work, stability. We have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. We have the Magician. We have the Queen of Wands, and again here the Page of Pentacles. For me, oh, not the Pentacles, of Cups. For me, this means that you might be, or some of us, or many of us might be working on the side, maybe on our hobbies, or maybe just doing it on our own, in our own personal time. We might be working on projects that we want to develop, and we're working on them little by little. Or this could also mean the recommendation from the cards if you want a more solid future, if you want a more solid situation, or if you, even if this is about evolving yourself, maybe you want to evolve yourself, and you want to go to therapy, maybe you want to go to the gym, or whatever way you want to get your life in order. This is telling us to do it in the secrecy of our life, and the secrecy of our homes, and not to tell many people, just mostly dedicate to putting the effort and the time, like the Knight of Pentacles, that slow and steady wins the race. And this is going to be, or this is a recommendation as to how to get your wishes fulfilled, is just do it discreetly, whatever you're doing, but put the effort daily, and this is the way you're probably going to manifest whatever you want to manifest, a better future. And again, this is a manifestor card, the Magician, so more manifesting energy, as well as the Queen of Wands, she's the great manifestor, and the Page of Cups is about manifesting things that make us joyful, that bring happiness and meaning to our life. Okay, so we're down to 2, Aquarius. Aquarius is the house of objective, analytical communications and thinking and technology. And what I'm seeing here is the Page of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Swords again, just like Libra, Page of Pentacles, the the Page of Swords, and Temperance. And for me, this is telling me that the way we're communicating or we're understanding things, we should be very careful. Sorry, I wasn't showing the cards. I was just thinking. The way that we are, maybe, yeah, you can see them better this way. The way we have to be careful with the way we communicate or the way we analyze things, that we might not act too, not like irrational, not irrational, but too haste, and make conclusions before we have all the evidence, before we've taken our sweet time to investigate what's going on, because we might be overly excessive, we might be totally off about what we investigated or the way we're communicating, and that the best actually approach would be to be more discreet with the Page of Pentacles on what's going on investigating, on waiting things out, and waiting them as well, what's going on, and seeing all the angles, and as well with the Knight of the Page of Pentacles. No, not the Pentacles. Sorry, is Mercury still retrograde? The Page of Swords, which is the scout, the investigator. Investigate well and balance yourself well before making any haste judgments, or making haste communications, or making a report very hastily, or making a very hasty investigation. Be more prudent in the way you're analyzing things for this weekend. Last, we have Pisces, which is our mental health and our spiritual health. And it seems like we're doing great, or this is a calling to be doing better. We have the Ten of Cups, which is total bliss, happy family life. This is a very Pisces card. Actually, this is the energy of Pisces and Mars. So again, this could also mean, it's very interesting. There's an energy of both possibilities of tricksters and fuckboys and temptations that are of that we should stay away from, definitely. And then there's also this energy that there's also possibility of great love coming to our lives. So we have to discern pretty well which is which, so that we choose the right option, and we don't, of course, have to suffer the terrible consequences of thinking someone was a romantic possibility when they're actually just looking for some fun. It's important to have that clear. And it's not that it's wrong to want a casual in life. It's a total life preference. But if that's not what you wanted, and you misunderstanding the approach of the other person, of course, that's going to end up in heartbreak. Also we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about being independent. So our mental health is, and I like these two cards, that the Nine of Pentacles being a single person, usually that's represented by a single person, is doing great in life. I mean, they feel content. This girl, it looks content, or this woman looks content. This beautiful woman, which she's reading, she's got time for leisure because she's worked hard for the fruits of her labor. So now she can rest, but she's by herself and she's doing well. So that's also very important to have in mind, that the happy ending doesn't always have to be family life, but for some it might be family life, or it might be that the family life and the happy ever after comes when you find yourself in this position in life where you're no longer looking for someone in your life. You're just good by yourself, and that's when you attract someone into your life. And that makes a lot of sense, because when we're needy, of course, that's like the best way not to, the best way to scare everybody away, right? And also we have here the Eight of Pentacles, which is walking away from things that no longer serve us. We have the Queen of Pentacles, strength, and the Knight of Pentacles. So for me, this means that in order for us to have a balanced mental and spiritual life, we must strive to find that balance, that comfort, balance between the family life, between pleasure, between having time to socialize with those that we love. It could be your family, or it could be your friends, being like your soul tribe, and about also feeling comfortable by being by yourself, knowing that life is not only about being companionship, but that in order to be a good companionship, you have to learn to be by yourself, and that in order to find that bliss in your life, you might have to walk away sometimes from things that no longer serve you, in order to be that Queen of Pentacles that is comfortable in her domain, that has all that she needs, and that she's able to direct energy in a positive way. And this is like strength being applied in a very wise and compassionate way. So it's about knowing how to put our boundaries in life without becoming caustic, and about not fixating our mind as well. For me, the lesson for Pisces for this weekend is not fixating yourself that only in a family setting and married or with children you're going to be happy. That obviously is not the truth. First, we must find our own inner happiness by ourselves before anything makes any sense in our life. And also, there's nothing wrong with being this Nine of Pentacles for the rest of your life, right? You still have your soul family, your friends. We're never alone. Nobody's ever alone. And that slow and steady wins the race again. Know that mental health also, it's a daily process, and or your spiritual progress is also a daily process, and it's done in a in a in a way that is of patience. It doesn't happen from day to night, and it's progressive. That's what I was going to say. It's progressive. And that's the way how we find our mental and spiritual health. I hope that was of help to you, and I hope you have a great Halloween weekend. I'll see if I'll be posting more videos, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I will be doing a raffle for free tarot readings and for Halloween and for this Sunday. And if you'd like to purchase a reading, you can go to my website, piedraluna tarot808.com. piedraluna tarot808.com. All right, have a happy Halloween.